Alright, good morning again, everybody. Don't mind me for eating. So this is another sea sniper adventure, but it's a little bit different than the previous one. So at the moment, I'm having some breakfast, as you guys can see. But I am on a mission to get some tilapias for a property owner that have some old, what's the name? Some copper pan in her yard that have water in it, but there's no more fish in it. And it's a nice property that she have that brings in a lot of tourists and stuff. So it doesn't look good having a big empty pan that's supposed to have fish, but all what they have is water. So I'm on a mission this morning when I finish eat to go and get some tilapias. Hopefully I can get a good enough amount so I can separate in different of the copper pans that she have up there and bring a little bit more life to her property. It's not going to be an easy task because where I'm going to catch it, the water is a little bit kind of wide and it's not that pleasant, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So I'm about to finish wolf down this ham and cheese. Tastes really good. And then go and see if I can fight to some tilapias and catch them. So that region where you're watching right there now where the water is, it looks really dirty. It doesn't smell bad, but that's a drain off from the road when overflow with water. But there's tilapias living there. So I'm going to catch some for the lady so that she can have some more life and new additional to her property. So get back to you when I finish eating this and catch some. So I just picked some, well, I break this branch and leave all the leaf on that end. It's long, you know, so I don't have to stand in the water. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hold this and tap it in the water in the top end, and all the fish is gonna come down. It has some blocks, some old sticks and pieces of rock. It funnels like a channel, so that's where the fish travels up. So now they cannot go up. So those water is already up. That's the path they normally always take to run down. So once I tap up top, all of them is just gonna come down and hopefully catch some. Okay, so yeah. Kind of tricky with them. So we got a good bit. So the plan was a success. The landowner is going to be happy about this. Whew. First haul. So now the question is, should I go for another one? Because it's one bucket I actually came with. I don't want to have too much all clustered together because they can die. Because if they don't have enough space to swim around and move about, they can actually die. So I want to see how much more I can catch. Because as you can tell in the bucket, they are all clustered up already. So, and there's a couple baby ones as well. These little ones. So I'm also doing them a favor because the water level is dropping. They would eventually just die. So what I can do is I can get some and put in this bucket, cover it, and then get some and put in this bucket. But the only downside to this is I did not walk with another bucket cover for this because I was not expecting to catch so much so soon. So the only time I can do that is if I get some, hold that up with a little bit more water, cover it down, put this in back here, and then find a good space that I can put this inside the van with not a lot of water, so when I'm driving it, it won't splash all over the place. One of the things I can do to keep the water from splashing is after I put some water in it and put some of the fish in, I can break some of these little leaves and stack on top of the water because the leaf will float. Stack it on top of the water, it will create like a barrier so when a vehicle moving around the water won't splash. So let me see if I might decide to give it another shot because that was a good haul. You gotta admit, that was a good haul. So basically, this is what the fish are gonna be going into. So it's a little bit dirty. The intention was to take out as much of the water as I could and then replace it. But the supply of water that they have here is a little bit low. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna try my best to clean out most of the debris that's in it. And maybe I might just scoop out some of the water and just throw it off the side so the level drop a little bit, and then I can just add the fish in it because I cannot drain it out because they don't have enough water to refill all of them. So at the moment I'll just transfer the fishes in it and then come back another time to clean it out properly. So just going to get into getting out some of the stuff in it. The good thing is this water, it don't smell bad. It's just a little bit dirty. would have been nice to be able to clean out empty out all the water, but it wouldn't have enough to fill back every one of them. So I just gotta make do with how it is for now. And at later dates, I could always come back and just refill it and drain it out. So I'm gonna just get to doing those things. Tilapias are gonna be, they're gonna have a piece of this mosquito now. Not mosquito, but dragonfly larva. Just trying to get rid of some of the top floaters, debris and stuff. Those ones in the bottom would have to stay there for a while, because this one is actually not that it's not that dirty. I got one little baby. See it? See there?
Yeah.
Let me get the other one. I'm trying to rescue you. Where did it go? Swim through my hands. I'll get you then. I'm high. I'm gonna just grab a big one. Make a big one. There you go. Come out. Now for some big ones. This is one of the big male. Small female. Small male. Small female. One of the big males. There's two big males. Let me see if I can get a female. Ow. Ow. You've stricken me. There's a lot more than I expected. She's gonna like this. By this afternoon, they're gonna be just swimming around. But I like the color of them. Just full of good water. We're gonna just I don't leave it let it leaf follow me and scare me. I wanted to overcome with mark old stuff, which is what it have a lot of in this now. One more to do. Just by taking off all the dead ones, we'll focus on sending nutrients to those that are still alive. instead of trying to feed the dead ones with nutrients. Alright. These are the tilapias. These are what they look like. They get pretty bigger than that, but they're very beautiful. And no, we're not eating these today. So yeah, right now this is the hardest part of all the ponds that's here, because there's a lot of rotten leaves and stuff in the bottom of this that stayed there and built up over time, so it have the water pretty black, and it also have the water smelling really, really bad. So I need to drain mostly all the water out, get the fish, what is still living in there, out, and take out all the old muck and stuff in the bottom, clean the walls a little bit, and then fill it back up with a good bit of water, enough that the fish and stuff could be flourishing and stuff in it. And then yeah, it's a task, but it's also an adventure. So yeah, back to work. The caterpillar, black and yellow, means it's very toxic. You mess with it, you're going to die. And what it feeds on is a very milky flower, and it gets all its toxicness from that. So they feed on that until they're ready to go in their cocoon stage, and then go around into turning a big beautiful butterfly. Funny as it is, I don't even know exactly the type of butterfly they turn into, because I'm never lucky to see one transform from the cocoon. But they will eat everything off of that tree.